All right, great. Hi guys, welcome to the cast. We got a game starting out, a control mirror. So we have Toth201 on TJP and Tricourage on Felonscar.
It's actually the other way around. It's Tricourage on TJP, isn't it? Yeah, Tricourage on TJP and Toth on Felonscar. This is actually an exciting matchup, as we were just talking before the show. I was never around to see TJP control when it was like in its height. I know people said like Stronghold Visage used to be like way stronger. I think what was it? It cost like one less mana or something.
Yeah, man, it was the old Camel deck, you know.
Oh man, yeah. See, like I would have liked to have seen that deck, just for the fun. Looks like we got Tricourage starting out here with, he's got Seraph in hand. So, and he picks up Great Parliament, so he's got a little bit of ammunition to start off early, and Desert Martial Silence is going to be helpful. Toth playing with a reasonably slow hand. He's missing double black, notably.
Yeah,
and
he can cast Wisdom though. I don't think this is like a tempo matchup. Like, I mean, honestly, opening turn 3 Wisdom is probably better than anything else he could do.
Yeah, opening turn 3 Wisdom is pretty good. The issue I'm seeing right now is like, man, it's just it's control matchups in general. Like, we're seeing so many dead cards out of the gate here. Like, these Lightning Storms are just completely useless. Maybe he'll be able to combine 2 of them together here if he really wants to knock out a Seraph.
Yeah, that actually seems fine. I mean, not Seraph, but like if you look at the curve, like I don't think a turn 4 Great Parliament is out of question at all, and that leads nicely into a 2-for-2 Lightning Storm. So, I don't think it's that simple, Like,
yeah, definitely not. We're not gonna be able to see him double cast anyway here because of the untapped Sigil, the Seed of Chaos coming down without the other Sigil. So it looks like he will just take the turn to establish this 2/5 Feln Bloodcaster.
Yeah, which lives both Lightning Storms. So
yeah, it's gonna be on board for the moment. The control matchups are very hard to call early on. This is definitely gonna be a slow burner here.
Yeah, I think it's up to Tricourage actually. Like, it depends on like what his perception of how he's supposed to use the Great Parliament is. Is he going to play it on curve and try to push tempo, or is he going to play it later? So he's playing it on curve, I believe.
Yeah, I think he's going to play this on curve, and I think from Tricourage's perspective, knowing this is like the Felonscar control matchup, I think he wants to try and be the aggressor here. He's going to try and push himself over Toth, and he's going to try and basically just beat the Felonscar deck down and hope that he doesn't have any answers. But we already see in Toth's hand, if he can pick up another mana, he's going to be able to drop these Withering Witches down, and he can already just do the 2-for-1 Lightning Storm, and his Bloodcaster survives.
Yeah, this has to be a fantastic play. Like, as you said, Lightning Storm is a weak card in the matchup, so getting like 2 good creatures out of a Lightning Storm is, just insane value.
Yeah, definitely. We see Tricourage. I feel like Tricourage is going to have the advantage as we play this long game because he does have the Sword of the Sky King, and Sword of the Sky King is huge in control matchups, as you know. Like, weapons just dominate the control matchup.
Yeah, Sword of the Sky King is basically a 3-for-1. And then if it doesn't 3-for-1, it's because you killed your opponent. So
yeah, exactly. Like it's like, how many times can I connect this 8/8 with the face? And yeah, it's a pretty short clock.
Yeah.
See, I think we're missing. Are we missing Toth's hand?
Yeah, it went down for a second. It's fine. I was just looking at the game through that. I didn't want to mention it, but it does create an interesting situation for the Felonscar player because his hand is just atrocious against Sword of the Sky King.
Yeah.
I imagine here he has a he has a very simple line here. Just pick off the 2/1, play a seed attack or something. But it's just going forward. It seems like his game plan would just be to be reactive, like Withering Witch away a Sandstorm Titan or Annihilate it or something, right? And then try to activate Feln Bloodcaster.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, that was pretty big for Tricourage. I was about to say, like, he's got to wait till turn 8 to actually do anything, but he does have this Eye of Winter now. Now, here's an interesting question: do you think that it's possible that he's going to Desert Marshal this Bloodcaster next turn just so he doesn't see the ultimate go off?
I think it's very reasonable. Oh, second Eye of Winter. Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't even see most lists don't even run 2. That's interesting.
Yeah, he's got the double Eye of Winter. I mean, this is. Those will lock down all the minions Toth will ever have on the board. 2 Eye of Winners will hold down every single unit Toth will ever be able to put on this board.
Yeah, Eye of Winter seems very good against Felonscar because they have so few threats, like relative to how most decks operate. So, But yeah, I like the silence here. I think it's fine. Like you have to assume, the 2-for-1 is coming, and there are some like weird cases like Scourge, the second sword, and so on that could like lose you the game. So,
yeah, we could see something come out of nowhere. Toth right now considering at end of turn whether or not he wants to torch this 2-1. I mean, you got to get it off board on the one hand. I'm not sure a 2-1 is really the bane of your existence, though.
I would not torch it. He has Withering Witch in hand, so your torch can be destroy target anything with Witch.
Yeah. Oh, and we see him just go ahead and pass the turn back, and this is where Tricourage's plan is going to come together. Like he's got the Sword of the Sky King. He's just going to start beating down with.
Yeah, I mean, based on my understanding of this Felonscar list, I think this actually might just be game. Like the Sword of the Sky King, you beat it through units, and he has no units. He has a pair of 1/4s in hand.
Yeah. There's a possible out where like if he picks up a torch here, he can like double torch it down. But like double torch, I guess, puts him in an okay situation where Tricourage just has the 2-1. But like when the Scourge comes down, that's gonna be a problem.
I mean, yes, it certainly complicates things because Scourge is yet another card that Felonscar basically is dead to.
Yeah, I guess as long as he holds on to one of these Withering Witches, like as long as he can reduce it to an 8-1 and then just block it, like he can't cast spells, but
yeah, but then there's still Sword of the Sky King in play, so
yeah. This is we're playing in the fantasy world right now, where like he picks up the second torch and like maybe he's okay, but in reality, like I mean, Toth is just staring down 3 turns.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind the optimism or whatever. I mean, I'm not really trying to be like bleak. I'm just saying like, this is a big strategical, like not oversight, but like flaw in the Felonscar deck. It's Sword of the Sky King.
Yeah, definitely. Felonscar has a lot of problems handling weapons, and that's why I think we've seen a lot more players who are playing Feln and Felonscar trying to side in things maybe like lightning strikes, just because you have to have some way to actually deal with weapons, and you just don't play enough minions.
See, I feel like Furnace Mage is the guy for the job, honestly, and the card is extremely underrated. So I don't actually know Sideboard yet. I'm curious to see if he's rocking any Furnace Mages.
Yeah, when we get that pulled up in front of us in a second, we'll check what kind of cards.
Yeah,
Toth deciding to pass. That was really interesting. I'm very surprised Toth actually.
He has double torch for this Sword of the Sky King, right?
Yeah, he does have double torch, so I guess he's gonna rip both torches off and then the Statuary Maiden down. I mean, I guess this was the world. This was the world we lived in. This was the two torch out that we were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly got rewarded for not torching the 2-1.
Yeah, it's just it's still such an uphill climb for Toth. I mean, he has to establish minions to win the game. Like the deck still has to put minions on the board. And with 2 Eye of Winners in play, Tricourage is essentially saying it just doesn't matter what you play. And he's even got the Vanquish backup.
Yeah. I still don't think the Felon player is ahead by any means, but it is a game 1 out to the sword, which I honestly didn't even really consider the multi-torch play. And well, not like there, but in terms of him drawing into it and getting out of that horrible situation.
Yeah, so he finds himself trying to get out of it, but now's where we're going to see Tricourage just go along the I'm just going to Eye of Winter every single thing you play. And I'm going to beat you to death 2 damage at a time. That's all he's looking for here. He's just looking for this slow 6-turn clock, and it's gone.
I'm surprised he Deathstruck that.
I
feel like you could just go to 10, cast your Wisdom of the Elders, and then kill it later on your convenience, like hit another Bar's Favor or something. But honestly, I don't think it's the incremental beats you're talking about are irrelevant. It's all about Scourge of Frosthelm.
I mean, it is about Scourge of Frosthelm, but like he's never going to be able to deal with that as far as we're seeing, because like the Death Strike isn't ever going to be able to hit it because you can't play spells, and then
the witches will get locked down as well. Oh, I'm surprised he's playing this. Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see him play the witch. I mean, it puts something down, and like he's going to put the cudgel on it.
Okay,
so
that's
it's
his reasoning.
It's at least creating like a barrier right now. But yeah, here's where we're going to see the Scourge come out.
This is a extremely gross game 1 card. I would not be happy if I was the Felonscar player.
It's interesting though because
the permafrost
Toth does still have the.
How do we miss this? It gets permafrosted.
Oh yeah, he does just get permafrosted. I mean, Oh, that's like you might have to permafrost it to prevent yourself from dying to it, but
yeah, he'll just double freeze your if you don't
yeah, but
permafrost
you're
it.
just accepting that you're never getting to play spells for the rest of the game.
I mean, if you make it you can make it 8-1, save the permafrost, and then he has double Ive Winner. See, the problem is he can maneuver around up to like 4 units with 2 Ive Winners over the long term.
Yeah, but it's only he's gonna have to do it through like a series of like 2 turns, since it's not just a 1-turn lethal with the Scourge. So even though you're correct, he could lock up 4 units for a single turn. He would have to do it like twice in a row, and that's assuming he doesn't get anything else established around it. I mean, if you're Toth, I think you just have to play the Withering Witch and maybe pass here.
Yeah, it is. It is, like I said, it is nice that permafrost is castable, but I do agree that Withering Witch is probably the better play for now. You can always permafrost it later if he like taxes you with multiple Ive Winner activations.
Yeah, you do have the option at that point. It must feel so bad, and that's why Toth right here is struggling so hard with this decision. Is like he is deciding to give up casting spells for the rest of the game if he throws this permafrost. That's a big decision to make, especially when you are playing one of these control decks.
Actually, so we actually do have the deck list. I was pulling it up to try to take a look at his outs. They are quite few, you know. He has a 2 Champion of Chaos and 2 Sewer of the Past for deadly units, in addition to his Statuary Maidens. But no killer, nothing direct to fight the 8/8.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, when Toth attacked, he basically made the decision, like, he's going to throw the permafrost, and now, it's all up to Tricourage to find an out, and now that Toth can't play spells, I mean, like, for example, this Night Chancellor Seraph, this is unkillable.
Yeah,
and even if he permafrosts it, that's the one card he can play that's not a creature. Even if he permafrosts it, he just keeps activating. Like, why do you care at this point? You got 10 mana.
No, this is disgusting. But I guess this is the advantage of having a extremely powerful card like Scourge of Frostholm in your Game 1 deck, because it dominates Feldskar. Like, they have so few outs to this card.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy main board card, and we're gonna see Tricourage here. Yeah, just go straight for the activation, and let's watch what Seraph pops out. 4/4 flyer, not bad. That's 3 turns.
That's good. Honestly, I mean, what's like the worst thing you can even hit with Seraph? I guess Idol of Deathstrand.
Yeah, Idol of Deathstrand's a 0/0.
Tinker Apprentice is a 2/2. District
Infantry.
Infantry.
Some of the really small ones, definitely. District Infantry. I guess if you hit the 1/1 with Aegis, that's not terrible. Like a 2/2 with Aegis, but on this board, it's pretty terrible.
Honestly, I'm convinced he could hit like 5 Idol of Deathstrands in a row and still win this game. So,
probably at this point,
doesn't matter.
Like, his life total's so high. He's got the Visage in play.
Yeah, he just has to make a
icing
fleet
on the cake. Get the Deadly on your own side. He's still got the Eye of Winter, so Statuary Maiden's just locked down, and he's just gonna keep blinking away. And even if Toth swings, he just says no blocks. I don't care. Like, I've got this game in hand.
So I got an ethics question for you, Beardris.
Sure.
When would you have conceded this game?
Oh man! At the point where I had to permafrost the Scourge and he played Seraph, that's I'm out. Like, I know that Seraph is unkillable.
Yeah, I probably would concede there too. But I would say he's getting more information about his opponent's deck list, but they have deck lists, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where it's like you would be gaining more information, but yeah, like you said, it doesn't really matter. You have the deck lists on hand, so
I guess he's just
I'm not sure.
He's just putting on a show for us. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Toth, for continuing to play, even though this game is horribly lost.
Yeah.
That Seraph isn't going anywhere.
No, this is a slaughter. He is a worthy foe. All right, we'll be going to game 2 now. Let's take a look at their
sideboards here.
I'll start by assessing the Felnskar sideboard. So I'm just gonna list off the cards really quick. It's 2 Ruin, 2 Sabotage, Annihilate, 3 Backlashes, 3 Ellen's Favor, 2 Rain of Frogs, and 2 Azendil's Gift. So what do you like bringing in here?
Things I like bringing in here. Well, I have to imagine the Ruins are probably coming in. Like, you're going to have some sort of Relic Destruction if he's playing weapons, he's playing Stronghold Visages, he's got the Eye of Winters in play.
Staff of Stories as well, yeah. Like, a Staff of Stories is a weapon, but it's a little different than Sword, so...
Yeah, but it does generate card advantage, and that's what the control matchup is generally about. It's having card advantage.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I 100% agree. I'm just saying that makes Ruin look even better. Like, honestly, the cards here that appeal to me, or would appeal to me, is the Felonscar player. Ruin, Sabotage, potentially Backlash, but a little less good. I like Sabotage a lot better.
Yeah, unfortunately, Backlash doesn't counter a bunch of things that the TJP deck is trying to do. Like it can't counter the relics coming down. It can't counter the Sky King or any of the big ass minions. So that's kind of a problem. I mean, Sandstorm Titan is just huge. He's massive. He's a 5'6", and like, even in a control matchup, like what are you gonna do about him? And
they have a lot of answers to Titan. But I guess the key is that you can't cut too many cards like Annihilate, though.
Yeah, that's the weird part about this matchup is like, as the Felonscar player, given that you're playing control matchups, when you typically hear control matchups, you assume that you're playing very low minion count, and you need to go ahead and yank out like a lot of that like more situational removal. Like I'm sure we'll be seeing like the lightning storms coming out, or at least a couple of them.
I understand your point. Yeah, you're gonna say, he needs to leave in Death Strike. He needs to leave in Annihilate.
Yeah,
but what he doesn't need to leave in is Torch and Lightning Storm, and that gives him 8 slots. So 2 Ascendel's Gift, 2 Sabotage, 2 Ruins, and then maybe 2 Rain of Frogs.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you bring in the Rain of Frogs here?
It's definitely reasonable. I mean, there's some cards in his deck that you are not realistically beating. So
yeah, it's definitely nice to get rid of. I mean, it can get rid of that sideboard tech that he's going to bring in. Speaking of, let's see what the TJP control players bring. So Tricourage has 3 Permafrost in his side, 2 Decays, 3 Auric Runehammers, 2 Cersos, 3 Jotun Hurlers, and 2 Staff of Stories. Well, that's an interesting sideboard. Most notably, the Cersos.
Cerso is just like an additional threat, I believe, is the idea.
Yeah, he comes out as like the package to mess around with. Like maybe I'm not even sure what you bring him in for. Do you bring him in for the Rakano matchups? Like, is he? Just
he gets vanquished, I guess, but he blocks extremely well against them. He can block like a 10-10, turn into a pig.
Yeah. What else? What else do you think we're going to see coming in here? It looks like some Auric Runehammers, and okay, so I think he's actually going to bring the Cersos in for this matchup. He's going to bring those in. And it looks like he's bringing the Auric Runehammers in. Going to decide that he wants more weapons. More weapons definitely sounds good for this matchup, especially if you
Runehammer
can catch them on the first hand. Like you get it on the first hit, the weapon's not gone. If they can't establish another threat, you're cracking 4 damage.
Yeah,
it's just more smaller swords essentially.
I think Runehammer kills basically everything. It kills Champion, kills Statuary Maiden. Can't kill Bloodcaster, but it kills basically everything. You can sit around for the second 2-for-1, and you can expect your opponent to be cutting torches as well, which makes the Runehammer even better.
Yeah.
I assume the Hurler is the Hurler wouldn't come in here, but it's like an anti-aggro card. Like Jito would not enjoy playing against Jotun Hurler.
Yeah. I guess that's what it's in for. It's an interesting sideboard card. I haven't seen it, but I'm also not super familiar with TJP control, unfortunately, just because it doesn't seem like it's a deck that's been around much as of late.
Yeah, like we were saying, so Camel Troll was a closed beta deck, and it's only recently sort of come back into the spotlight. Like I know aReNGee Eternal dropped some articles about it.
Yeah, and it looks like we are getting back into the second game. It looks like Toth is going to be on the play here. Going to be seeing a redraw out of him for sure. There's those Ruin coming in.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be super helpful in this. Tricourage.
He redrew a reasonable hand into a slightly worse hand, I believe. But honestly, I like Harsh Rule. I feel like Tricourage is the better control deck. So, he just has the much better high-end cards. Oh, Rain of Frogs. So Rain of Frogs did come in. Although, unfortunately, he is missing Shadow, and he's very light on power. So we could see quite a bit of stumbling from him.
Yeah, and Tricourage not lacking power over here. And, this is all he wants to do. His hand's kind of light on action. Like, he's definitely got heavy removal, but he doesn't have any threats of his own to establish. So he's more than happy to just keep playing land pass right here.
Okay, we have a Seek power for Toth. That's not too bad. So it's interesting because in control matchups, these are the matchups where if you had to pick a matchup to be like power short in, right, or power flooded, these are the matchups where you have the most clemency because there's less pressure. But at the same time, because as I said, the Felonscar player is basically just the beatdown. His late game is much worse. He could pay dearly for the stumble.
Yeah, and we're gonna see what Toth wants to do here. We're gonna see if he actually values establishing the minion, or if he reads correctly that Tricourage has a bunch of removal in hand and goes for is he gonna go for the rain? It looks like he wants to. And rain hits like anything that's non-power, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it hits non-power, it turns it into a 1-mana or a 0-mana 1/1 frog, and then with Destiny, so every time you would draw the card, you get a new card, and the frog comes out for free. But the initial ones in hand, you have to play them next turn. I don't really like casting Rain of Frogs here. I feel like what you want to do with Rain of Frogs is cast it on turn 6 or turn 7, like right before the Sword of the Sky King would come down.
Yeah, just hope you hit Sword and then remove their big threats. That makes more sense. Let us see. What have we got going on here? I mean, Toth is gonna, I guess, go ahead and try and push this 3 damage, or maybe he decides to hold it back. This is, I'm assuming, going to get eaten up by a Scorpion Wasp. And yeah, we see Tricourage immediately move to block that.
Yeah.
Happy trade-off.
I guess the
Toth
question
doesn't want to annihilate it, which he actually does. He decides that the Annihilate is worth keeping the Steward alive.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely fine. Like annihilating there, like it kills Titan, but the 3/5 also beats up Titan. So
all right, we see the Celestial Omen pick up for Tricourage. That's actually going to be kind of important, but it might give it away if he goes ahead and drops the Celestial Omen. That might encourage Toth to go ahead and play this Rain of Frogs in response.
Yeah.
We're gonna see.
Wait, you say Rain of Frogs in response? It's
not in response, but what I mean is like Celestial Omen's gonna eat up Tricourage's whole turn, grabbing Sword or grabbing whichever threat he chooses to pull, which gives Toth the ability to go ahead and cast it on the other turn. I mean, he cast it in instant speed if he's holding full mana up like he was there, and that would allow him to like sneak it around, but you still have to have the 8 mana to play it, and we're assuming he's gonna get Sword of the Sky King, because that's kind of the winning card in this matchup.
Yeah, well, he wasp. So there's an interesting little sub game where you lead Rain of Frogs, and then the Celestial Omen player really can't do anything because whatever he tutors will then be a frog, or the Omen itself will be a frog. So I hope that the Felonscar player casts this Rain of Frogs, because if he waits too long, then Celestial Omen becomes Sword, and then the Sword goes up before Rain of Frogs, and Rain of Frogs is basically useless.
Yeah, and so Sword's going to be hard for Toth to deal with, especially since we can assume he pulled the torches out, which makes it a lot harder to deal with the weapons.
Well, he has the 2 ruins, but yes. So here, though, I mean, if he knew his opponent's hand perfectly, yeah, developing Staff of Stories is certainly correct.
Yeah, opposite develop the staff, and we're going to see. All right, let's see what Tricourage wants to fish out with the Celestial Omen. He has a lot of good targets he can pick.
I mean, his entire deck, so.
Yeah, doesn't look like he wants
to giving it a look. Sword of the Sky King. I would not Cerso. Cerso just dies.
Yeah,
his own Staff of Stories. I assume it's your own Staff of Stories, Sword of the Sky King, and Scourge are the most appealing cards. But he went with the Staff of Stories to keep up in card advantage.
Yeah, and he's just going to go ahead and Permafrost his Lock It Down. And now we're going to play the who can draw more relevant cards game.
I guess I think Tricourage is just like snap more relevant cards, But
on the one hand, yeah, but these Black Sky Harbingers are going to demand answers. And while Tricourage does have the 2 harsh rules, he's got the Desert Marshal. Desert Marshal, like, he's good against Black Sky Harb, but at the same time in this matchup, like, even just having a 3/5 on board that's uncontested is kind of important.
It kills the staff in 2 turns, but
we see Toth go ahead and drop this rain here, and we're seeing he's deciding what he wants to pull now. He might just go ahead and grab the harsh rules. Also might just grab that Eye of Winter. I mean,
I think
Eye of Winter to stop his units from being locked down is...
I like harsh rule because you're getting 2 cards with the frogs, right? It's a huge non-power card, each copy in the hand deck. Yeah, you get two frogs, and then you can commit the Harbingers to the board when he plays the frogs out and establish a lot of tempo. I think it's definitely harsh rule here, even though traditionally harsh rule is a mediocre card in control mirrors.
No, I guess that's fair. My only thinking with taking Eye of Winter, the only reason I like taking Eye of Winter was simply to go ahead and get rid of the rest of them from the deck.
Yeah, how many does he has? How many does he have in the list? Right, it's 2, right?
Yeah. I guess it is only 2. Yeah, no cyborg ones.
No,
Yeah,
no, it's
that's fair
3.
then. I
It's
mean,
3.
okay, just 3. Yeah, let's see what these
Even then, like
frogs
it's
are.
you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't, because the real strength of iWinner in these decks is harsh rule, you know. And once I just want to get rid of the harsh rule. Like I think of those 2 iWinners, you just take iWinner, and if it's 2 harsh rules, you just take harsh rule. I think that's the rule. And these are some dead frogs.
Yeah, we see the lightning storm lightning storm in Toth's hand. He's gonna go ahead and clean these frogs up. He's probably just gonna. Ooh, man! If only he had one more sigil to be able to play that statuary maiden and the lightning storm, and he might even just go ahead and try and take the extra turn.
So I did say, I'm surprised to see lightning storm still in the deck. Honestly,
I'm not too surprised because it does go along with Withering Witch, and
that's it.
I guess if you're playing Rain of Frogs too, like you're going to be turning, like you're going to have these little minions that are going to be annoying that you're going to want to clean up. Maybe that's the thinking too. It does just go with Withering Witch though. It's a clear combo.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I already had 4 Harbingers and 4 Witches, but just making sure your Witches will activate as many times as you need them to is good. What's this? Privilege of Rank.
Yeah, he's going to go ahead and privilege a rank. I think he's just going to take the turn to establish things, and he's going to try and set up his mana to where he can get Seraph off in one go, drop him and activate him. I have to imagine that's going to be the play to try and guarantee a little bit of safety on him. Because Tricourage is drawing. I mean, he's drawing 2 cards a turn, but so is Toth.
We
do see it come down. Yeah, Toth's just going to go ahead and Wisdom in response. He's got the Death Strike in hand to clean up the Seraph, so it's not
Azendal's Gift.
Oh,
that is brutal.
Yeah, the Azendal's Gift coming in out of the sideboard. That's gonna.
Yeah, I think I spoke too soon about this matchup being, like a late game lockout for Tricourage. Like after board, Azendal's Gift actually completely changes the makeup of this matchup.
Yeah, Azendal's Gift is gonna just absolutely ruin Tricourage if he can't get his cards off in time. And I'm assuming the Death Strike's gonna come down here and just go ahead and clean the Seraph up. There's no way you let this on board. Yeah,
no, you just kill the Seraph. He doesn't have harsh roll in his deck. It's different. So Seraph creates lasting advantage, and you really don't want to bother with that. Second Seraph.
Second Seraph. That one's going to be a little bit harder to deal with. I guess he can reduce his health to 1, but I think unless Toth top deck something, this Seraph will actually go off.
He doesn't have a direct answer. He can go Witch into Harbinger, but honestly, Azendal's Gift. I mean, let me see if the deck list. He has no backlash in his entire 90. So if you know his deck list, you know that you can just jam Azendal's Gift.
Yeah. The Azendal's Gift is definitely solid. And it's gonna discard his whole hand. I guess it puts Tricourage on forcing him to play both cards he's drawing a turn from this staff. But as Toth, I'm just wondering if how long can you hold out? Because every single turn, you're making him dump his hand, but at the same time, this Seraph is just going to keep generating value after value, and it is a 2-turn combo to go ahead and Withering Witch, Black Sky Harbit, but it's something you might just have to do.
Yeah, that's what it's. I think he said he might lose the staff to Seraph. I think Seraph has a solid shot at taking away his staff, but if he has to understand that Azendal's Gift is way stronger than staff. It reduces him to two cards a turn with no holdovers. And then you just set up the Witch Harbinger turn, kill Seraph, kill everything she made except for the last one, and then you should be fine unless he blind flips something disgusting, like a Vodacon or something, right? Then you could be in trouble. But
yeah, I guess it'll just depend on what Tricourage can go ahead and pull up here.
He's deliberating though. I don't know. I think he's really worried about his staff, which is why he doesn't want to just tap out for Gift. He's gonna tap out for Gift though.
Yeah, so in the end, we do see him go ahead and just decide to tap out for Azendal's, and we're going to see the silence come out so he can drop the unit.
Yeah, just no silence.
Oh, man. That wisdom looks really unattractive when you know you're just going to be throwing everything away. So we're going to go ahead and see a Seraph activation. I'm pretty sure. Ooh, no.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, we're getting some feedback about tech issues. Thank you very much for the feedback, chat. These are probably more on my end than his end. So let me fix my settings. I mean, it's better we do it now,
All right, we're gonna see. Yeah, Permafrost get discurved for Tricourage, and Tricourage has 5 power on board, but that's really not doing him any favors. I mean, the fact that he just can't establish a hand basically means Toth should be able to run away with this game. It might take him a few turns, and the Seraph might go off once or twice, but eventually the Withering Witch Black Sky Harp should clean up pretty much everything.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, at least this Discord won't be making random noises for the chat, but we'll see if I can get some of the other tech issues worked out. But yeah, for the game, yeah, the gift is just extremely dominant.
Yeah, gift should just lead to like a landslide runaway with this game. Like this is more or less over, but it's going to take a number of turns to resolve since Tricourage does still have relics on and things like that.
I guess he could. He's still ripping 2 cards turn, so you go like Scourge of Frostholm, Sword of Sky King or something. I don't know. Seek Power and Sursa's okay.
Sursa's not terrible, and he's got what, at least 1 Eye of Winter on. So, or is it 2 Eye of Winters?
Yes, 2 Eye of Winters.
Yeah, so he has 2 Eye of Winters. So I guess he can start locking down here. I mean, I guess there's a possibility he becomes the beatdown, and now that Sursa is not immediately threatened by anything.
Yeah,
Toth can at least push some damage here. He gets him down to 20. No, it must only be 1 Eye of Winter. I'm not sure what the second. What is the second item under there?
What is it? I swear it's Eye of Winter. I mean, it's not Stronghold. He's not gaining any life.
Yeah, he's not. Oh, what is that then? Because he has extra mana. I can't imagine why he wouldn't have used the second Eye of Winter.
Yeah. Well, Wisdom of the Elders. It looks a bit worse under Azendel's gift, but
yeah, a little bit. We do. Sandstorm Titan's not bad here.
No, he's drawing relevant spells. They're not amazing, but
yeah, we're gonna see if Toth's gonna decide to backlash here, and we do see the backlash come out. I mean, that makes sense. Like there's not many relevant spells we expect Tricourage to be playing at this point, so
top deck Harsh Rule, I guess.
He can't top deck Harsh Rules. They're all gone.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. They're frogs.
They're all frogs. That's right. So they will at least cycle themselves, but all the Harsh Rules are.
Yeah. So I was thinking about in terms of like why you would hold a backlash, but I guess because he has 2 backlashes, it's irrelevant. I mean, a backlash is a narrow enough card that you can afford to use 1 like that.
Yeah, there aren't too many spells, like I said. I mean, that's probably one of the better ones at this point. Wisdom, just hold him down, make sure he doesn't like make a lot of plays. But it's weird to ask this question because it so rarely comes up. But is this game going to go to decking?
I would not expect this game to go to decking. I think Azendel's gift is too powerful for that. I've seen games go to decking. Okay, Eye of Winter. Maybe he'll answer our question, which Eye of Winter this is.
Yeah, hopefully when we have to click. I mean, since he was already clicking on it, yeah.
So there's 2. There's 2. I don't. So that begs the question: what is the other card?
Yeah, so he's got 2 Eye of Winters, the Staff of Stories, and what's the 4th relic?
I'm just pulling up the deck list. I just need to know.
Oh, Azendel's gift. Wait, no. He's not playing Azendel's gift. What is this? Why?
No, it's Azendel's gift.
Oh, Azendel's gift puts it on. Yeah, of course. Right.
Okay.
It does put it on.
All right, okay. Great. We're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, we're super good. I see this card played all the time.
Yeah, man.
It's the first time I've ever actually seen an Azendel's gift hit the board.
I played it in draft once. Would not recommend it, but yeah. So it's on him. So that's what it is. I just thought it would be on Toth, but obviously Toth is blank, so it's just casters being silly. But Death Strike on the Titan, bash with life linkers, take out the staff. Tricourage is forced into this awkward aggro role that he didn't really want to be in because Azendel's gift is like just so powerful.
Yeah, and those stone cudgels are going to be like they're going to start adding up. Even just like the 1, like putting on another Black Sky Harp, speeding this clock up. He's essentially got right now, if he wants to commit the cudgel, he's got a 3-turn clock.
Yeah, and Sarso just idly beating down, unable to really create any value.
Yeah, not doing particularly anything useful. I guess we're gonna have to see Eye of Winter on the Harbs now. And
yeah, for sure. But the problem is he's drawing 1 card a turn, and
I mean the Stature Maiden and the Deadly. They just both get transformed though, right? Like they're blocked first, so Sursa transforms him. So I mean, I guess as Toth, you just kind of have to hold back. That Ruin's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's fine. It takes an Eye of Winter. I don't think I would actually cast the Ruin though, because you're still in the Eye of Winter lock either way. I would hold the Ruin for sword.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess you do have to hold it for like his outs.
Yeah, so Cerso is, doing a great job of blocking right now.
Yeah, I think what needs to happen is he needs to find a way to get one more cudgel so he can drop it on a unit. That way, even if Cerso blocks it and it gets transformed into a pig, it's at least a 6/6 and can trade it off.
Okay, so he opts to ruin. The reason to ruin here, it's not as simple as I said, is that one of the harbingers will be able to attack every turn now. Auric Runehammer takes out the Statuary Maiden. Also gains him a life in the long term, I guess.
Yeah, the Auric Runehammer is just going to go away this turn since only one of the harbs should be locked down. And we're going to see what he decides to do with the Cerso. I mean, Cerso is essentially holding off, 6
Champion
damage
of Chaos,
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, the clock's not in your favor, so you
no,
kind of
you
have to hold
can't.
and be defensive.
Yeah, you have so few resources, you can't afford to attack. Second Withering Witch. Yeah, it changes the Cerso.
Yeah, it changes it to a 6/1, so it can't block anything anymore. It just dies.
Yeah, just gets pigged.
This is gonna be an interesting finish here. I can only imagine now that harsh rules are gone, Toth should just run over this. I can't see a world where he loses point.
Yeah, like I said, top deck Scourge, top deck Sword of the Sky King. There are cards you can draw that create situations, are a bit more even, but yeah, generally speaking, Azendel's Gift is just too dominant.
I mean, even if he picked up something like Sword, though, he drops Sword and then it basically comes off the next turn. It might take 2 turns to come off, but it's only going to clean up 1 or 2 minions. And the Azendel's Gift, like you said, it's just sad to watch. Azendel's Gift is a very sad card for control matchups.
Oh yeah, you have you have all these grand plans. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be I'm gonna sweep his away and so on. And then Azendel's just comes along and it's just like, nope, you're not doing anything for the rest of the game. So
yeah, exactly. Azendel's is just okay, you don't get to play the game anymore.
Yeah, and I said I made a mistake earlier too, because I said, he doesn't have backlash in his deck list, right? But Azendel's Gift is an attachment, so it just comes down. You have to have
Decay, actually, which I don't think he brought Decay in, but I can't be 100% sure. I'm assuming he did not bring Decay in, but maybe in game 3 we will see the Decay come in.
Yeah, it could be that's sort of
or is Decay
response.
only an enemy attachment?
I
have to imagine it's any type of attachment.
It's an enemy attachment, but Azendel's Gift, despite being on you, is still considered an enemy attachment, I believe.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
It should be ownership, not based on which player it's on, because then that would mean Azendel's Gift is unkillable. That doesn't seem great, because Ruin is enemy attachment as well. So
all right, let's go ahead and see. Okay, so we're going to see them go back to re-sideboarding. Curious to see what we go ahead and... looks like Tricourage is happy with his list. He's just going to run the same minor changes, keeping the Rune Hammers in. We see, Toth's going to take a little more time to decide here. I guess he's got to figure out what did he see that matchup that made him change his game plan? What is he going to bring in? Looks like he considers a Permafrost. Considers some Permafrosts. Decides against them. I don't really know. I mean, his list seemed to do exactly what you wanted it to do. It's hard to say what else you need. Like the Azendel's Gift and the Rain of Frogs, I mean, they shut his entire plan down. And even the Ruin that's already in, Sabotages. I mean, Toth definitely has a really good sideboard for these control type of matchups.
For sure. He has to, too, because in game 1, he's a huge dog. So,
as we saw in game 1, it was just like the huge runaway.
Yeah, we did miss something that I kind of realized this. So Black Sky Harbinger plus Witch isn't out to the Scourge of Frostholm.
Ooh, that's right. There actually is. Yeah, okay. So he has an out. So he's not completely locked out. Okay, so that made more sense as to why Toth kept playing.
Yeah, so we're just wrong again, but that's fine. You live and learn. But so we have the second game starting off. I like Tricourage's hand. He has quite a bit of filtering and good reactive cards. Toth has the Azendel's Gift and another very reactive hand, so I would not expect much action for a while.
Yeah, we're just gonna see a bunch of past go. We're gonna probably see Tricourage. Well, Tricourage is lacking blue.
He is, yes. Although he does have some time to find it.
Lacking primal, and that's he has time to find it, but it sucks in the early turns when you can't just spend these turns. You're not doing anything, establishing your Eye of Winners and getting your Herald songs off.
Yeah, well, Herald Song is interesting. I don't know if I would cast it yet. Unfortunately, another Combre land for him. But yeah, the Herald Song. I usually like to wait on Herald Song until like you know what you want, because these reactive cards have a purpose, and it's not like burning away reactive cards to find threats is going to really get you anywhere. At least not this early in the game.
Definitely. So essentially, I guess what we're going to see here out of Toth is like he's going to consider to establish this Bloodcaster. Probably going to. I don't see a reason not to.
Yeah,
and
it's fine.
He's just building for turn 7 Azendal's Gift, and turn 7 Azendal's Gift is going to be probably once again borderline unbeatable.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, finds a decay. I mean, honestly, with the Azendal's Gift, if there's the thing is, it was like Staff of Stories into Azendal's Gift, so his hand was forced as well. If it's raw Azendal's Gift and he has 8 power, he can potentially top deck Sword of the Sky Kings. But Azendal's Gift also directly makes Celestial Omen more or less useless too.
Yeah, that as well. I mean, Celestial Omen's a dead card. He did still keep, I think, the 1 or 2 of in here, and he's deciding what he wants to go ahead and discard. Just opts to use a Herald Song to pitch a Herald Song.
Yeah, he's just not feeling the Herald Song, which I guess is fine if he likes his hand. Then he wants to keep hitting his power drops to make his Sword of the Sky Kings and other top decks good.
Yeah, we're seeing Toth go ahead and he's deciding really quick if he wants to go ahead and drop this Ruin in here. I mean, if he wants to start pushing the damage early, I get the idea that you want to go ahead and ruin this Eye of Winter, but at the same time, I mean, I like holding it. I think Toth made the right decision to go ahead and hold it. There's so many better things you can use it on later.
Yeah, there's no rush. Like the Eye of Winter isn't really doing anything right now. Your 2/5 is not significant pressure. It's more about the ultimate than anything.
Yeah, exactly. Getting a lockdown, not a big deal.
Just can't cast Wisdom of the Elders.
Yeah, not having that double blue. Not that it's going to matter, right? Because like once Azendal's Gift comes down, the extra cards he has is going to be like more of a disadvantage. Trying to pitch like so much mana in one turn.
Yeah, there's 2 Azendal Gifts in the deck list. So he has power number 7 as well. So we're going to see just the turn 7 Azendal's Gift.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see this right on curve. Oh, this is gonna be brutal to watch again. We're gonna have to watch so many cards get discarded.
Yeah.
Desert Marshal preemptively this time goes ahead and gets rid of the ultimate, so that there's no chance for Bloodcaster to go off on turn 7. Not that like obviously we know turn 7's got more important things to do.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. I mean, if you're Tricourage, you're just hoping there's no Azendal's Gift this time.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what he spends his last 4 mana on here. Whether or not he wants to establish like an Eye of Winter, get the Seraph down. I mean, he didn't see an answer to the 2/1, but I'm not sure why you would. Like, I don't think Toth's in a rush to be throwing premium removal at 2/1s.
Yeah, and he knows too. So due to the priority system in Eternal, he knows that Toth has something he can cast, and Death Strike is very likely.
So, yeah, definitely. He's had something he could cast on 1 mana, though. There was at least one occasion where Toth had a single mana open, I want to say, for Ruin. So I guess he can, at this point, assume it's Ruin.
You could also
There's
assume
not really any other one.
Torch, I guess. I said he should be boarding out Torch, but you never know.
Yeah, we haven't seen him. So he should know it's either a Ruin or a Torch in hand. Death Strike's still there, too. Obviously, Toth, I guess he's debating on whether or not he's going to fire off the Azendal's Gift. I feel like it's. I don't know. I feel like that's not much of a debate. Like, no, I feel like you establish Azendal's Gift, then just run Tricourage over.
If there was something that Tricourage could do, like magic terms, right? Like he had like a negate or something, right? Like he's opening on Sabotage. Okay, interesting. I guess he fears for the maybe he's afraid of Decay, which is in the deck list. It's in the sideboard.
Yeah,
so he wants to clear. Possible. Yeah, this is a discipline play. You just clear out the Decay first. Clear out the Decay first, and then stick Azendal's Gift. You're still you're getting beat down by a 2/5, so you're absolutely fine on life. Or no, not a 2/5, a 2/1.
Yeah, the 2/1's not extremely threatening right now. I mean, he's a 24 life.
Yeah, that's a.
This is an interesting decision, though. What do you sabotage here? Like, I think Eye of Winter.
Yeah, I like Eye Winter because you're going to be casting Azendal's Gift, so Harsh Rule is relevant. And
yeah, everything's just going to get pitched there. I guess he's not too worried about the minion. He's got the Annihilate and the Death Strike. Though Annihilate, are the owls that come out of Parliament multicolored?
I Wow. I think they are, but we'll see. I'm sure he's gonna highlight now. He's gonna play the seed and probably just cast wisdom at the end of the Feldscar player's turn.
Yeah, get those extra cards in his hand. Not like we've said a couple times.
So
Not that it's
yeah,
really gonna matter with the Azendal's gift, but
he can hit land, or sorry, he can hit power number 8 and then cast Parliament for 2, Seraph, and then hopefully that's enough to dominate the board and not lose to Azendal's gift immediately.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
He could also, if he has Decay in his deck, he has 3 draws to find Decay. Scourge of Frosthelm. Well,
Scourge, man,
unfortunate.
that's just gonna get pitched. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Well, you could. So you have 2 options. If you have Decay in your deck, you can cast Wisdom and try to flip it, or you can just go Parliament, Seraph, goodbye my hand.
I feel like you go Parliament, Seraph, and you just establish the board, and it's actually not bad here either. I mean, Toth doesn't have the immediate, like we've been seeing the Black Sky Harbs, we've been seeing the Withering Witches, but there's neither present in this hand. Not that obviously Black Sky Harb immediately clears the board. He needs the Withering Witch to go with it. But like a second Lightning Storm, I don't think one got picked up, so he's not holding double Lightning to go ahead and clear this up. And this is like a decently threatening board. And if the Seraph keeps, you have to imagine the Death Strike's going to have to go with the Seraph. But if the Death Strike goes with the Seraph, then the Owls can start getting in. They are green, I think, by the way.
Yeah, I was actually...
Yeah, so they're Justice. So they actually, that's pretty relevant because one of them can just get cleaned up by the Annihilate then. I was wondering if Annihilate was actually just going to be a dead card in his hand, but...
Nope, they are mono Justice. So they get picked off by Annihilate. Seraph gets picked off by Death Strike.
That cleans the board up a little bit. I mean, it leaves you with a 5-turn clock, but you would hope Toth's deck in 5 turns can draw out a single answer to a 4/4.
Yeah, he should be fine. I guess it's technically possible. Like I said, well, I would say, ripping sort of the Sky King would matter, but there's a Ruin waiting for it, so...
Yeah, that Ruin's going to pick up any,
like... It's a disastrous exchange.
And, are we... still in the game. I guess Toth's still deciding what to do. I think I lost his hand, so I'm not too sure of what's going on right now. I'm not sure if it's still on the stream.
There's a possibility that he could be experiencing just global connection issues, like not just with us, but in general, because he's not making a move in game. Like, what if his internet just went out?
Oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, man.
Okay, hold on. We see a mouse cards. There we go.
I was gonna say that's how you lose with Azendal's gift, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only way you lose this matchup.
Yeah, I mean the turn 7 or the turn 8 Azendal's gift, and then you get Bright Housed and you lose.
Well, let's see if this 4/4 Owl is enough of a clock. I mean, I guess there is a possibility Toth does somehow just brick like 5 turns in a row. Like he floods out 5 power and his hand doesn't do anything to this 4/4 Owl.
Ooh, he's okay. That's the opening. Just one time Sword of the Sky King, because he just used the Ruin. Seed of Order, not quite. Owls fly in. One gets blown up. Yep,
one gets blown up from the Annihilate. The other's still there, so he goes to 16. And yeah, now we've got a 4-turn clock. So I guess Tricourage's entire game plan right here is just hope he bricks and hits power 4 turns in a row and has nothing relevant to play. And somehow this Owl just beats him down.
Yeah, and like I said, he still has, sort of I keep saying Sword of the Sky King. I think I've said it like 7 times, but it will create serious advantage.
Yeah, it would create a serious advantage if it comes down. It's just drawing 1 card at a time. Like I guess that's the out you have to play too. And I mean, obviously this 4/4 is still relevant. So we see Toth's pickup there, another Bloodcaster, another Steward.
I wonder it's a great draw. It's a card that gets on an Azendal's gift. Like it creates lasting advantage through Azendal's gift. So
yeah, and more importantly, Toth still hasn't found an answer to this 4/4. I mean, this is his out right here. There it is though, Withering Witch and a Lightning Storm.
Jeez. Yep.
All right. Now Tricourage is gonna have to work really hard not to just die here.
Yeah, we need the sword. Like Seraph, okay.
Okay, Seraph isn't bad. If he doesn't have another removal, Seraph is gonna at least put in a little bit of work. I mean, he's gonna be able to drop the 8-mana ultimate activation. Well,
he's only taking 2 a turn, so he's taking 3 a turn. Everyone can attack into Seraph, but wisdom. Jeez. Again, we can't see due to tech issues. We can't see the Feldscar player's hand, so we're kind of in the dark, unfortunately.
Yeah, we're just kind of flying blind here, but I don't think it really matters at this point.
So he's afraid to block. He doesn't want to lose his Seraph to his torch, I guess.
Yeah,
Or something like that.
Man,
Oh, jeez.
ooh, there it is. There it is. So does he Seraph activation or does he drop sword? I mean, you have to drop sword. You have to drop sword. That's right, because you have Azendals. You're gonna lose it.
That'd be horrible, man. Oh god. Yeah, kill that maiden. Kill that maiden. Oh jeez. Sword of the Sky Kingman.
Okay. So like you were saying, sword is a real out.
Yeah, it's insane.
If Toth doesn't have another ruin,
if this sword, like this, it doesn't quite kill the entire board.
It gets 2 minions off. It should get 2 minions in theory off here because I assume he board swings. It goes to 3. He cleans up the Bloodcaster that can ultimate if it doesn't already ultimate or it did. And
Seraph attacks. That's interesting.
Well, actually, I think it's because of like what I was just saying. Like it was gonna bust anyway. Like the sword was guaranteed to. He would have gone to 3 health with the sword, and then he would have punched a 2/5 to take it to 1. Oh, and the 3/5. That's right.
Yeah, 3/5 unfreezes. Right. Yeah, I was thinking it would be a 1 even with the 3/5 unfreezing, but like I can't count, so that's fine. Yeah, then attacking's fine. But Sword of Sky King still kills Statue Maid and gains him a significant degree of life. So, yeah. And drawing cards off his deck.
Yeah.
Power is not dead. It lets him win this turn.
Oh, that's true. Power's not terrible then.
Elysian Pathfinder. That's good. It's a 6/6.
Okay, so he's stabilizing a little bit. It comes down to Toth. If Toth can find an answer, that's really what this comes down to. And Toth find an answer to a minion? Because even if he just blows the 6/6 up right here, like he puts Tricourage on 4, and Tricourage needs to draw like second sword. Can we get second sword? He has two in the deck. It's possible. Like
I would say
get second sword down and then he discard the Scourge, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say Scourge, and then I was gonna also mention it's impossible because it's in his void. And now, okay, so he knows he has another spell as well from the priority system, which again we don't know the spell unfortunately. But Death Strike on Seraph, it doesn't lock up the game, but it gets rid of any advantage that Tricourage actually had.
Yeah, it just
I like attacking here, right? Just attack. 6/6. I mean,
6. You go to.
He has no triple block. Triple block does not kill your.
Triple block doesn't kill.
I think I attack the 1/4 probably chumps, which is unfortunate for Tricourage, and he doesn't want to do that. I guess he's trading 4 damage for Tech Iconos or Toth201's 1/4.
Yeah, I'm not sure which is actually better though. That's an interesting question. I wish somebody could knowledge me up real quick and tell me the perfect play in that situation, what you actually should do with the 6/6.
I think the perfect play is holding back because, as I said, he chumps with the 1/4. You take 4, go to 5, and then next turn, if he has anything, you're in a very similar spot.
True. I guess it also depends on do you consider what if Toth just rips Annihilate and then it just dies for free? I guess at least you got the 1/4 off.
But you could also say that you just have to hope you go relevant. Oh, Echoed Sandstorm Titan. Oh, that's extremely relevant.
Sandstorm Titan.
Yeah, it creates the because I forget the Elysian Pathfinder triggered off this draft as well. It wasn't just the body, So I was thinking like Hearthstone style where it just comes out. It's like, hey, it's here, but no, or Unstable Form style as well, but no, it gets a full summon trigger. So we have 2 Titans now.
We have 2 Titans.
It's a real game.
Yeah, they're just going to start beating down. I mean, we're going to see 3 turn.
Harsh Rule? I'm not casting that. No.
You're not casting that. You're not casting that at all. There's no way. You can't get this out now.
The simple. You freeze a Harbinger.
Maybe freeze the Harbinger. Do you even need to freeze the Harb?
Yeah. Freeze Harbinger bash. Freeze Harbinger attack. You have Vigilant you have Endurance Titans. I guess
but I don't think you need to even stun it though. I don't think it matters if you really lock it. All right, we see the Annihilate come out. I'm gonna kill one of the 2 Titans.
No, it makes his he has reasonable double blocks with the Harbinger, whereas I don't like giving him reasonable double blocks like that. Titan just trades clean for Harbinger now, whereas if you freeze Harbinger, he has no good blocks.
I guess that's fair, but if you freeze the Harb, you untap you leave the 3/5 untapped.
Correct, but you still can trade Titan on your turn, or you can just let it go. And this is not even like no matter if he has Annihilate or not, I still like pre-freezing.
That's fair. I think I actually agree with the way he did it, but there's definitely an argument to both, and in that case, it definitely would have been better to pre.
Yeah, I mean you're at 5, but it's not like and also what you're trying to do is you're trying to poach to the staff stores or at least force some chump blocks, because it's just run away. Like look how many more cards he has. It's absurd. Like the double Titans was really really relevant, but I think missing that freeze, like it just made the double block really good, and then the annihilate, and now he has so many more resources than the TJP deck.
I mean, yeah, like I get you on the one hand with like the freezing beforehand, and he doesn't get the double block, but I guess he was gonna force a lot of the damage through anyway. Oh man, that ruined. Like that just seals it.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna wrap it up. I mean, we got the permafrost down.
Yep.
You can't.
He trades with the 3/5.
Scared to swing. Toth's gaining 2 cards a turn. You can't ever put any cards down.
Witch
there's a Withering Witch.
Probably Revive's favor or something. Or Lightning Storm.
Lightning Storm. Sure. This is all icing on the cake. We're seeing 7 damage come through. It's going to be at 1. So now you need the Harsh Rule.
Seek Power. Yeah, he got it.
Oh yeah, okay. That was just Harsh Rule under another name, right?
Yeah, for sure. A worthy foe. I mean, that was a fun game to watch. That was interesting.
Yeah, that was interesting. There were like a lot of swings, but I think the entire matchup can be rounded off with Azendal's Gift wins control matchups.
It does. It's absolutely absurd, and this is something that I assume a lot of our viewers, they must play ranked, right? Because it's a Eternal Zone beta. There's not that many tournaments, but Azendal's Gift is the type of card you don't really get to experience on ranked. It's just like a dedicated hoser,
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's only a sideboard card, and when it comes out, oh man, is it good? But only in those control matchups, and so it's one of those things we don't get to see very often, except for these control mirrors.
Yeah, I've only seen it ranked together with Celestial Omen, which is you're using an extremely slow card to get an even slower card. So, not too popular against all the Rakano decks, but.
Yeah, we are going to be going on to a very short break before we resume with round 2 of the Eternal Tournament Series. Congratulations to Toth on his round 1 win, and we will be back in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, guys. Yeah, just a few minutes.